Hi, welcome to Yoga with Liza, week 6 of um, yoga. Hi, welcome to Yoga with Liza, week 6 of yoga. After 100 days in a row, we've been doing Sunday nights, and last week was Monday night. Um, to connect and my yoga community that has grown, which is all over the nation. Friends from South Carolina, New Orleans, California, England, Australia, Arizona, Texas, um, all kinds of people who are in many different places, many different cultures. Um, and through the initial closing of the country, we all came together every night for yoga. And that was a beautiful thing. And I miss it. But I'm back to teaching in the gym and going to see the grandchildren and many, many, many different things. So tonight I am going to do a gentle practice and we'll do some kids. Hopefully, the kids are signing on for yoga. And while we're waiting for people to sign on and for it to become 8 o'clock, I found a little blip um, about the full moon coming up. The full moon is the 3rd and the 4th. I am learning astrology things, so that's why I was looking to find it. Um, and of course, the one thing that I want to read is the one thing that's not illuminating on Facebook. Okay, here we go. Full moon, August 3rd and 4th. The full moon energy will require you to master the skill of flowing and adapting to change, as there are going to be shifts connected to the divine feminine energies. You are going to see a new world reality created right before your eyes. This week is not the time for taking big risks. The energy is unstable, and so it is best to wait until it settles around the 18th of August so you can realign with the new energies and have better clarity of your journey ahead. Take time to simply be still through the chaos and focus on your dominant gifts that will be awakening around this time. So that's interesting to be still through the chaos. Um, with years ago, before 2012, I took care of this woman's sister. And she said to me, you know, the time of chaos is coming. And in the time of chaos, she said, stay home. Just stay home as much as you can and keep your energies to yourself and be protected. And so, for the most part, I've been staying home. um, living my life and, you know, going for bike rides now out on the street. And my bike hooks up, it has a special platform so I can put my rear wheel in there and make it a stationary bike as well. So we have a big storm coming up the coast for the full moon. Seems like we almost always have cloud cover on the full moon or astrological events in this neck of northeastern America. And so there's all kinds of things that have been going on. And I watched a movie about Moses coming out of Egypt with his people yesterday with a friend. And, you know, we're watching this version of the movie of Moses, and I'm going, I don't remember that in the movie that I've seen before. I said, I don't remember that from the Bible either. And, you know, little subtle things that were different and interesting. And, you know, when they put the blood over the doorways for Passover, in this movie, they're using white linen cloths. Well, in the Bible, it very specifically talks of using the thrushes of the hyssop plant. And hyssop, HYSSOPS, is one of the essential oils that I work with on a regular basis. And it's really great. You put some on your chest and it opens up your bronchioles and it lets the fluid back out of your lungs. Hyssop is also a great antiviral. Back in the early 90s, one of my coworkers told me how she was planting hyssops all through her yard because they found it was effective against HIV. So that was back when HIV was still relatively new. So hyssops to me is a very sacred plant that goes all the way back to the time of Moses and essential oil. So in this movie, I was so disappointed because they left that out. They didn't say anything about the hyssops and, um, you know, even the name of it as they were painting the lamb's blood. So I had to, I have the Bible, audio Bible, and the King James Version. So on the way home from taking my friend home, I listened to Exodus, and yes, hyssop is still in there in the audio version. So, all right. So welcome to Yoga with Liza, week number 6. This is I am going to say hello to the kids, Ricky, Wyatt, Angelo, Henry, Connor, our youngest, in the immediate family. We're welcoming him. He's now 2 or 3 weeks old. Grandma gets forgetful, but we're so happy Connor's here. And all of the kids. So then we have Harper, Braylon, Skylar, Connor, Emrys, Manny, Zenaida, Kyra, Michael, Robbie, and who else am I missing? Jason, Carson, Jensen. I forgot Jensen. And then if I go back over to the other, we have Jace and Cora, who are cousins, and we have another cousin on the way too. So lots of excitement and sending out to all the people in the neighborhood. Okay, and I haven't done a traditional kids flow in quite a few weeks. And so, kids, come on, let's do this flow. And grown ups, you're welcome to join in with us. It's some simple poses. And oh, one more aside with I got stung by something out in the sunroom. I didn't see it, but I sure felt it on the back of my neck. So I rubbed in my accent meat tenderizer, and I could have added in some baking soda, and I wet it down with water, but I could have used either lavender to wet it down or colloidal silver as well to pull out my the venom from the bite. So I feel the swelling going back down in my neck. So I'm going to do a gentle practice tonight. All right, so kids, we're going to start. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead and gently crescent moon. Let's come to one side and then come all the way back over to the other side. Crescent moon. And then as we come back to center, bring our hands out, palms up, and gentle. This is our sun pose. Breathing into it. And then from our sun pose, let's step wide and feel our star. The stars and the moon give us light at night when the sun goes down. And then cloud pose, bring our heels in, bring the knees out, coming into cloud and feeling this and breathing into it, the breath, and just reminding everybody. And then from our cloud pose, let's step back, come through our star. We're going to step to one side and come into tree. So I'm picking up my right foot, I'm bringing my right knee to the right. Hands can be at heart center, or I can bring my hands out, coming in, feeling our tree. Maybe our arms come up into steeple arms. Maybe we hold here and breathe into it. And then from tree, let's step wide over, step back, and bring that other foot up so that we're coming into tree on the other side. And then from our tree, bring that right foot back behind, bring the arms out in a T, breathing into it. Bring that right foot all the way out in front, pouncing eagle. And bring that right foot back to the mat. Shift over to the right foot. Bring that left foot back behind. Bringing the arms out in a T. Bringing that left foot all the way back through, out in front. Bring the left foot back to the mat. Bring the feet wide, gently come from side to side, side to side. And at home, it's wonderful if you have your own background music on. I choose not to use any background music. I learned early on that they flag you for... Anyway, so I'm keeping it simple. Bringing our feet together, coming back down, coming into our ladybug pose. And maybe our hands come, and grown-ups, hold part way if this is not within your range of motion. Breath. And then bring the hands back behind. And let's gently come into seated. Bring that right foot out in front. Up. Bring the feet in. Let's do our butterfly pose. I'm doing kids poses. So here's my butterfly. Bringing my knees into my chest. Give ourselves a hug. And gently, one more pose, guys. Boat pose. This is for breathing into it. And coming back to center. And feeling the breath. Bringing the world out. I have the rose here to raise the vibration. Myrrh is here for healing. Myrrh is wound healing. And I have my frankincense over on the side. My Hopi Kachina doll. My world turtle. And it just came to my attention as I was getting ready to sign on. I took 24 hours in some downtime. Anyway, I just learned that there are fires in San Bernardino, California. And so as we're sending our world prayers out to the world, California is right over here on the globe. Our Hail Marys, love, love, love. However it is that you pray, sending positive healing energy. So I'm coming into easy cross leg and I'm sending out light to the world. And I'm bringing the world back into the light of the candle and the figurative candle tonight because it's not lit. Bringing our palms to our knees, scanning through the body. Maybe coming into our Ujjayi Pranayama, warming breath. Maybe we do our cooling breath. So rolling the tongue like a straw, pulling the air through in over the tongue, and then the tongue goes to the roof of the mouth, and we exhale through the nose. So inhaling, and your choice, cooling breath, simple breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe Ujjayi Pranayama, but that's a warming breath. And maybe we don't want to be doing warming breath when it's still 80 some degrees. Teaching a heart mudra, interlacing the fingers. The left thumb sticks up, the right thumb wraps around. And this is a heart mudra. I'm going to come up closer so you can see this heart mudra. So in gentle classes, I often like to include a mudra or two. So my thumb is up, my right thumb is around it, and my fingers are interwoven. And this helps the physical heart, the spiritual heart. It also helps the respiratory system in clearing secretions, right in line with hiccups tonight. And all of this because my friend Charlie decided, we were going to watch a movie about Moses. So I let him hold the remote, and football season, it's a whole different story. But when we watch the movies, I get hooked in. So just breathing into it. And this is a mudra you can do at any time throughout the day. Be mindful 5 to 15 minutes. They say don't overdo it. So if you find your body calling you to ask to do this often, maybe you want to go for a chest x-ray or an EKG. Otherwise, it's very helpful and beneficial. So, or call your family doctor if you're feeling the need. So then I'm going to bring my hand palm up and the right hand up and out to the side. And we all know this is the mudra to let go of that which no longer serves us, that which is less than love, to make room for love. And yes, I modify my language to keep things in a positive vernacular. So what we think about, what we say, is what we attract to ourselves. And so keeping the verbiage positive, more positive things will come. From here, bringing our hands to heart center, and we feel our thumb up against our chest. And today, let's bring our thumb to our third eye. So we're awakening our third eye so that we can feel guidance. And after we awaken the third eye, bringing our hands back to the heart, because whatever it is that we think or do, we need to have it feel right in our heart. Inhaling, bringing our knees in together, gently giving ourselves a hug. Bringing the left foot out in front. Maybe that right foot crosses over and coming into a gentle twist. Looking back over the right shoulder. Coming back to center. Uncross the right foot, bring the left foot in. Give ourselves a hug. Gently cross that foot over, bring that left arm back behind. Breathing into it. Coming back through center. Bringing the left foot to the inside. And I have a little pop-up in front of me. So I'm going to move this. And gently, maybe we twist all the way into that leg and walk it down. Low back issues, concerns, straighten it out so that we're squared off and we're not doing forward fold. And twisting is an more advanced move than a straight forward fold. And so, knowing your own range of motion, choose if you're coming into the twist or moving flat forward. Inhale back up, bringing ourselves all the way around. Coming back to center, bring the left foot out and the right knee in. Gentle twist. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Bring the hands up and over or into the twist. Now, coming back to center, bring the knees in together. So as we come into the twist, maybe you walk down onto the blanket. Maybe you walk straight down to the mat and feel this twist. Inhale all the way up, bringing the feet to the other side and coming into that twist, and then bringing the arms back behind. And again, you can come onto a blanket or a bolster or simply twist down to the mat. This time bringing the hands back around, coming up into tabletop. Feel our cow and our cat. Bring the forearms to the mat, feel puppy. Inhale back, long arm cat. Come back to center. Inhale, pick that right arm all the way up. Thread the needle through. Maybe walk that hand out in front. Inhaling back to center. Take that left arm up and thread the needle through. Maybe you walk that right arm right out in front. Inhaling back to center. Take that right hand, pick it up, open and close. Bring the right arm back to the mat, pick the left arm up, open and close. Bring the left hand back to the mat, bring that right knee out and make gentle circles with that right knee. And then reverse and bring them back around the other way. And bring that right knee back to the mat and make gentle circles with that left leg. And bring it back around the other way. Bring the toes together. Come on back, wide like child's pose. Again, option to bring that bolster in the middle. Inhaling back up. Planting the hands. Option to do cat-cow or simply come up, feel our downward dog. Bringing the knees back down to the mat, coming back into seated. And bring the feet wide. And maybe you bring your bolster, your pillow, and we're going to come wide into wide leg, forward fold. And as we're in a wide leg forward fold, August 1st was the holiday of Lammas, Lamms, which goes back to ancient times as a holiday of the harvest and bread making, somebody said something about having blackberry pancakes. And the holiday has evolved now into the Christian religion of being a holiday of the host, the holy bread. Again, a time of celebrating the harvest. So happy Lammas to those who celebrate it in the traditional sense, and happy Lammas to those who celebrate it in the way of the Catholic Church. Walking it back up, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. You're welcome to put your bolster up against the wall and use your bolster on the wall and do that form of the restorative version. I'm doing the simple form of the restorative version and simply coming down onto my back. And you can do this with or without the blocks. And bringing your hands up overhead if you choose, or keeping them at your side if you choose. Feel what's right for you in the pose. Bringing the feet together. Gently let them come down straight on the mat. Pausing here. And maybe you're still seated in an upward motion. Now I'm going to shift my bolster, and if you have it up on the blocks, bring it down. And so the butt of the bolster is by the edge of the back, and I'm rolling over, and maybe you want a towel or a blanket just under your head, and making this a heart bench opening. So we're opening the heart bench. So it's a little bit different version of opening for fish. from here, gently coming down onto the mat, we're coming into bridge. And I prefer to use a block for a restorative bridge. You can use a bolster or a blanket under your hip bones as you come into your restorative bridge. So I'm doing a cross here between gentle restore and gentle. So we're going to do some more gentle poses, but I'm throwing in some gentle restore poses in the middle of this. It's Sunday night, full moon is coming, calming energies. Exhale, roll down. Bring the left foot up, cross it onto the right thigh, and let's feel our incumbent pigeon. Bringing the right foot down, bring the left knee in, the right leg goes straight out. Now let that left knee roll over onto your bolster or blanket, or you can choose to do this without a bolster or blanket and simply have that left knee come over as you look to the right. No, looking to the left. Left knee comes to the right. You're looking to the left, back behind. Being mindful on the neck, look to the right. Coming all the way back through center. Gently straightening the left leg. Nope, bring that right leg in. Incumbent pigeon. Bring it in. Feel the breath. Bringing the right knee in, the left leg out. Bring the right arm over. The right leg goes to the left. Coming up onto the bolster or simply coming over to the left. Coming all the way back through center. Bringing our knees into our armpits. Feel happy, infant. Straightening the legs for legs up the wall. Maybe you turn yourself around or bring your feet up onto the sofa or up against the wall and really feel the pose. Maybe let the feet come out in a V up against the wall. Bring the feet together, feel cobbler. Bring the knees in. Bring yourself back up for legs up the wall. Or gently stretch out on the mat, coming into Savasana. And as you stretch out into Savasana, a great big audible sigh. Allowing every muscle to melt into the mat. Feeling the beautiful healing light, energy, essence coming through the crown. all the way through the crown, into the face, the arms, the fingers, the torso, hips, legs, all the way down to the toes. And as you're feeling this wonderful healing light energy coming through the body, feeling yourself at peace, I offer gentle Reiki energy you wish the energy to come to you, it will. You ask it to pass you by, it will. It's interesting, I've seen Reiki practitioners from all over the world who are sending out Reiki to people, to the world. Gently deepening the breath. Wiggling our fingers and toes. Bringing our arms up overhead. Bringing the knees into the chest, giving ourselves a hug. Gently rolling over onto the right side. Pausing and thanking ourselves for our practice. Bringing the hand to the mat, gently pushing ourselves up one vertebrae at a time, coming into easy cross-leg, bringing our palms up, connecting with the universe. Bring our hands to our third eye, connecting with the universe. Bringing our hands to heart center, knowing that the light within me, that salutes the light within you, comes from the heart. And when we're at this place, we are all the same. Namaste. Be happy, safe and healthy until we meet again. Next Sunday night is my game plan. If it changes, I will post it on Facebook, and a couple of you I will call or message in person. But Sunday night, 8 o'clock, that's the plan. I will see you then. Love will win. Be happy, safe, and healthy until we meet again. Good to see you, Cindy, Ethel, and whoever else is there who hasn't signed in the comments when I'm live. That's how I can see who's there. So I appreciate and thank you all. Good night.